Hey guys, this is Brian. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the opportunity to race with each of you. It's a blessing to have you guys part of the team and to be able to come to the track and not only perform with you guys, but to also hang out, when we're not racing, hang out off the track and cut up and have a good time. That's really enjoyable. So thanks for being part of 9-4 Motorsports and making it successful. Every week that we race, I have this idea that I would love to have a drivers meeting for our drivers and crew before the event. It's really a grandiose idea and not something that's possible with everybody's schedule. So I wanted to put this little video together and see how it works. Maybe it's something we can introduce to that throughout the season. At every race, I'll just do a quick video for specific items for that race. But I had some things for this coming race and as well for the whole year that I just wanted to bring up. So I thought I would give this a try and see what you guys think. Um, we do, this team performs extremely well. The drivers perform extremely well. One of my downfalls is I'm always looking to improve on what we do. That's good and bad. But I always want to improve processes, performance, whatever it may be. So I just wanted to throw a few things out here for us to think about as we go into 2019. Um, we need to make sure that we're prepared as drivers and as crew. We want to have all of our gear. Even before we get to the track, we want to make sure we have all of our gear, our Hans, the right headset, the right radio hookups, whatever it may be. We want to make sure we have all of our gear and are ready to go whenever the track goes green, especially during practice days. We have a lot we're trying to accomplish. We want to make sure that we're ready for that. Same thing goes during the race when it's time for you to get ready for the stint. I want you to come to the pit stall with everything that you have, ready to jump in when we say it's time. Because with cautions and strategy, we've had some close calls where we haven't had drivers ready, so it can be frustrating, can be stressful. So just make sure you're ready to go at the track. One thing we're going to do different for 2019, we're going to try it. We want drivers to be responsible for their own water bottles. It's something that's kind of taken some time away from more important things for one of the crew guys. So at the beginning of the weekend, if you don't mind, just grab a water bottle out of the trailer. We'll tell you where they are. They'll be numbered. Just grab one and keep that all weekend and make that part of your gear that comes with you to the pit stall. If it's not there and there's not another water bottle there and it's time for you to get in, then unfortunately you just won't have a water bottle. But just trying to take a little bit of the responsibility off of us on something it is meaningful, but it's not as meaningful, and let us focus on some of the other stuff that needs to get done right before a pit stop when it's pretty stressful. We also need to work on driver changes. I know we've kind of spoiled some guys where we end up doing the driver change because we don't have other things to do during the pit stop. But you still need to be up to date on what happens on a driver change. You need to be able to do that because there are situations that arise where a crew guy may not be there to help you with the driver change. So both the driver getting in and out need to be able to do their roles. And if you don't know what you need to do, let me know. I have a sheet that tells you exactly what needs to happen, whether the driver getting in or the driver getting out. So that would help us to make sure that we don't have to stop what we're doing to make sure the driver's buckled in or the radio's hooked up or whatever it may be. So make sure you're ready to assist your driver in or out. We also want to make sure we keep working on our driving, getting up to speed when we get in the car. That first lap is important. That last lap coming into the pits is important. Getting up to pit road speed and staying there coming into the pits and as you get ready to exit. And probably the most important thing is just working through traffic, making sure we're consistent. The less time we can lose when we work through traffic, the better. It makes a huge difference. We're not going to gain a bunch of seconds by turning the fastest lap of the race. That's just not our style. But we can gain minutes if we eliminate a big swing as we're working through traffic. And in my opinion, that's the biggest part of endurance racing, working on minimizing the time loss and working through traffic. So that's going to be key for 2019 as the competition in both series that we run continues to improve. We need to also make sure that we're improving as well, so we can stay with these guys and beat them. And then something it's been bugging me for a while, and it's some of it we can't control, but some of it we can, and that's the contact and the damage that we're receiving on these cars. Over the past few years, I wouldn't say it's getting worse, but we've had a lot of incidental contact And I'm not singling anybody out or any group of people out. And I'm not talking about crashes, big crashes, because that happens from mistakes. But the incidental contact, I think, a lot of times is avoidable. And I think as drivers, we need to be better aware of our surroundings, know what's going on, work through traffic better. Because this contact, while it may be minimal and the monetary effects to each driver may not be much, it is really hard for me and the crew to work on the cars after or between the races when they have to go to the body shop. I started calculating the amount of time we lost in 2018 because of the car being gone to the body shop, and after I got to a couple of months, I stopped counting because it's overwhelming. Between races, there's a lot of maintenance I need to do that I want to do. There's improvements I want to do, and when I'm having to send the car to Pete's to be repaired, I lose that time, and I can't implement the things that I want to implement or maintain the cars that I want to maintain them. So I just ask each of you, think about how you're driving, be respectful of the cars. You know, we all have a great opportunity from Mike Lattis. These are his cars, he owns them. He allows me to maintain them and keep them in tip-top shape. So we are blessed to have him allow us to do that. He takes a lot of risk in doing that. And unfortunately, he spent a lot of his own money due to other people's mistakes. So we need to try to minimize that. And I try my best to minimize that in how we repair the cars. So please, you know, as you're racing, let's try not to have these incidental contacts, these turning in on people or getting turned in on. You've got to race in an endurance mindset about bringing the car back in as good a condition as you got it. Getting scuffed up and beat up is really bad, and on top of that, the wheels. We went through probably 5 or 10 wheels this year, not from contact, but from going off track and having the lips be bent. And so we've got to really try to stop that, and I really want you guys to focus on that and help us to not have those contacts. And I understand things are going to happen. I'm not saying that, but these incidental contacts that continue to happen, we've got to really try to stop that. And if it comes to a point where it's continuing to happen and we have to place some sort of extra recourse to it monetarily or some other way, then we can do that. But I don't really want to do that. You guys don't really need that. You have the ability to drive without having contact. I've seen it. Each one of you has done it, and you do a great job in the cars. So just keep that in mind as we're racing. Make sure we're taking care of the cars, you know, and being able to bring them back in one piece so that I can maintain them properly. You know, when things go really bad, we start missing races, so you guys don't get to drive the cars at a particular race. We're going to miss one race at the beginning of this year, possibly 2, because we're trying to get everything repaired and ready for 2019. So it's really a trickle-down effect. What may seem minor at the track ends up, you know, flowing down at the shop into other things, and so it's pretty difficult to put that into words. But just be careful and you know, be respectful of what we're doing and of other drivers that you're with and what we have to do at the shop. So that's all I have for now. Again, thank you so much for being part of the team. Looking forward to 2019. We have some great races coming up. Take a look at the schedule I've sent out. If you need an up-to-date schedule, let me know. I can send it with the most current races and the drivers that are going to those races. And let me know if you have any additions or changes that you need to that schedule. But this is going to be a great year. Some great tracks. We've got some new drivers coming on that I'm excited about. So yeah, I'm excited and ready to get to Sonoma. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and we'll see you soon.